our streets are for much more than just moving vehicles. They're really for accommodating a wide range of users, and we need to be much more mindful of all of those users when we're making decisions, as a city. So as we make decisions and build out our infrastructure over the next 20 years, we're doing it kind of with that mindset.
The City of Los Angeles has 16 planning directors. One has the title, and then the mayor and the city council members all act as planning directors. When you ask the question, what's the greatest benefit, that assumes that the plan will actually come to pass. And I think that's an open question. I think we're going to have to make it come to pass. And then we can sort of talk about the benefits.
Our streets have amazing potential. They just really haven't risen up to it. And hopefully the plan starts to, again, kind of lay out the framework and how we can actually make the transformation of our city streets to be a much more positive future.
We're clearly at an awkward position that's not unlike Los Angeles in the teens and 20s, and automobiles were a disruptive force. You had a lot of accidents, you had a lot of congestion, you had a lot of confusion, but that bare-knuckled fight to the death was won by the car. They killed, one of the great interurban railway systems in the world. We're in that same kind of fight now, and passing a plan is a nice thing, but getting the plan implemented is probably 99% of the battle, and it is a fight to the death. I don't mean that we're going to kill cars, but we are going to have to kill the mentality that cars come first.
Anything that comes in, whether it's a mobility plan or a transformative planning idea, is going to be received with some kind of skepticism. I mean, there's been an incredible reverse revolution of people coming back into the urban center, wanting to live in urban centers. There's a bike culture. We've had precedents now, City of Santa Monica. If you look at both these cities, essentially, I've spoken to some of the planners. I mean, imagine a downtown core where you were parking right next to every building. And what these cities have done, as you've seen, is actually created a park once idea where you consolidated parking into garages. You basically go and park in the garage, and by default, you now walk. How were you able to convince a community that you had to park in one spot and then walk to all the shops for about 3 blocks? I mean, that was unheard of in the 60s or 70s or 80s. And they said, well, we basically told them that when you go to a suburban mall, you actually do the same thing, don't you? And we're going to give you the exact same thing. All we're going to do is consolidate the parking in one spot, and it worked. But I think the mobility discussion intrinsically extends into how walkability is linked to the parking idea, and therefore begins to spawn placemaking, which is intrinsic to the report.
Land uses, even though this is a mobility plan, there's a whole rest of our general plan which talks about the importance of congregating variety of uses. Partly the reason that Atwater is working so well. Not only the streets have been improved, but that's then attracted businesses to want to come into the area. And then you start to have that consolidation of a variety of uses in the area, layered with then a quality of a streetscape system, and then hopefully some central parking. And now all of a sudden you've eliminated the need for somebody to drive a long distance. So it's kind of, again, it's part of this whole cycle of things we're going to need to kind of do together. And all of a sudden people are not going to mind. Maybe it's going to take an hour to drive somewhere, because they don't need to drive that hour anymore, because all the things they want to get to are in their neighborhoods.